types of loops in shell scripting. Loop is a construct wherein you can evaluate a set of statements any number of times, and you can configure how many times you want to evaluate those series of statements. So in this example, I am teaching you all the first loop construct in shell scripting, which is while loop. Okay, I am assigning a value 0 to a while it checks this particular condition. So it will keep on evaluating these statements till this condition is true. As soon as it finds that this condition is false, it will exit from this loop. So while is a keyword followed by expression, then do is a keyword, done is a keyword, and between do and done you can keep on writing any number of statements of shell script. So let's see what we do here. A is initialized a value 0. Is 0 less than 10? Yes. So it will echo on the screen value 0. Then I am evaluating an expression content of variable a, which is 0. I am adding 1 to it. So 0 plus 1 is 1, and I am saving that 1 into variable a. Now a contains value 1. So it will again go back to this while loop and it will check whether 1 is less than 10. Is 1 less than 10? Yes. So it will echo on the screen value 1. Then it adds 1 with 1 and saves a value 2 here. Is 2 less than 10? Yes. So it will print on the screen 2. Then it adds 2 with 1, which is 3. Is 3 less than 10? Yes. So it will print on screen 3. It will keep on doing that till value 9. So when it will print on screen value 9, is 9 plus 1 10 will get saved into A. Is 10 less than 10? No. So when this expression is false, it will exit from this loop. So we started with a value 0. We kept on performing these statements again and again till this condition is false. As soon as it encountered that this condition is false, it exited this loop. So this is a while loop in shell scripting. Second type of loop is for loop. And this is a way how to use it. For is a keyword. Where is any variable of your choice. Okay. It checks whether this where, the value of this where variable is in one of these values. If the content of variable where is in one of these values, then it will print on the screen value of where. Okay. So where is initially having a value 0. Is 0 in this list? Yes. So it will print on the screen 0. Okay. So there was a small mistake in this particular example which I have corrected. After I print a value 0, I increment its value. Now it's 1. Is 1 in this list? Yes. So it will print on the screen 1. Then again I am incrementing variable where. So now where contains 2. Is 2 in this list? Yes. So it will keep on printing till 9. As soon as we print 9, 9 plus 1 is 10. Now this variable where contains value 10, which is not there in this list. So it will come out of this loop. Okay. So this is a for construct in shell scripting. There is a second way of using a for loop that I will explain in the next slide. This is the next way in which a for loop is used in shell scripting. Variable I is assigned a value 0. If I is less than or equal to 5, we execute this statement. So when I is 0 less than or equal to 5? Yes. So it will print on the screen Viraj thought. What is the content of I now? 0. So Viraj thought 0 times. Then I is incremented. So I becomes 1. Is 1 less than or equal to 5? Yes. So it will print Viraj thought 1 times. Then I becomes 2. Is 2 less than or equal to 5? Yes. So it will print Viraj thought 2 times. So it will keep on doing this till I is equal to 5. Viraj thought 5 times. Then I on increment becomes 6. Is 6 less than or equal to 5? No. So then it will exit the loop, and that's why this is the output of this program. Now we will discuss the nested for loops, that is one for loop within another for loop. So in this example, this is my outer for loop, and inside this for loop I have an inner for loop. So in outer for loop it starts from I is equal to 1 till 5, and inner for loop starts from j is equal to 1 till 5, and I am printing $I. So -n will prevent the /n printing after printing content of j. Okay, so this is I. So -n will stop printing /n after printing $I. So let's traverse through this. Initial I is equal to 1. Is 1 less than or equal to 5? Yes, so it will enter inside the loop. There is another for loop inside. Now this starts from j is equal to 1 to 5. So this will repeat 5 times. So it will print on the screen 1 followed by a single space. 1 followed by a single space. Then on printing this, j will be incremented to 2. Is 2 less than or equal to 5? Yes. So it will again print on the screen 1 followed by space, because I is still 1. So it will keep on executing this loop 5 times from j is equal to 1 till 5. That's why you get 5 ones here. After that I am printing an empty line. So then the control will go to the next line. Now I is incremented to 2. Is 2 less than or equal to 5? Yes. Again this loop will repeat 5 times and it will print 2 5 times on the screen. Then again you are printing empty line. Then I is 3. Again it will this inner for loop will repeat 5 times and it will print 3 5 times. Then you are printing /n. Then I will be 4. It will print 4 5 times. I will be 5. It will print 5 5 times. When I will be 6, this condition won't meet and it will come out of the loop. So this is an explanation of the inner for loop. You can have one loop inside another loop. And it is not that only you can have for loop inside another loop. You can have any type of the loop, whether it may be while loop or for loop inside another loop. So you can have the nested any type of loops. Now to set the global variable, you have to use export command. Okay, so you have local variables in shell script which is active only in that shell script, and if you want to define a variable which you want to use across shell scripts, then you have to use the export keyword. Export and a variable name, then it becomes a global variable and you can access it across shell scripts. One more example of a for loop. For file in $home. $home is a global system environment variable. Okay, so in this example we have logged in using a root user, so $home will be equal to root. So what we are doing here is for file in $home/.bash asterisk, that is for all the files inside home which starts with .bash followed by anything, it will keep on repeating the loop and it will echo that. So let's consider that /home have 4 files which start with keyword .bash followed by any words like .bash rc, .bash profile, .bash logout and .bash history. So that means this loop will repeat 4 times. Okay, so for file in this particular regular expression, because home and inside home we have 4 different files which starts with bash, so it will print this file one at a time, which is over here. Next type of loop is until loop. In case of until, we keep on executing this loop until this condition is true. So a is equal to 0 until this condition is true, execute. So a is equal to 0. Is 0 less than 10? Yes. So 0 is less than 10, but I have applied a not sign here. So 0 is less than 10 is true. So with not sign this becomes false. So it will execute the content of a, which is 0. Then I am adding 1 to a. So a becomes 1. Is 1 less than 10? Yes, but this not makes it false. So it will again execute and it will print 1 on the screen. Then I am incrementing a contains 2. Is 2 less than 10? Yes. Not of yes is false. It will again execute. In short, it will keep on executing this loop till this condition is false. As soon as this condition becomes true, it will exit. This is exactly opposite of your while loop. In case of while loop, we keeps on executing till the condition is success. But in this case, it will keep on executing till the condition is false. As soon as this becomes true, it will come out of the loop. Okay, so just to brief, this type of the for loop, what it will do is, it will create a list of files inside /home directory. Okay, inside the home directory with a files which starts with .bash. Okay, so now in this example there were 4 .bash files created. So it will keep on repeating 4 times, and this file variable will contain 1 file at a time, and we are just printing that file here. In case of until, it is exactly opposite of a while. In case of while loop, it will keep on executing the loop till that condition is true. As soon as the condition becomes false, it exits. Until loop is exactly opposite. It will keep on executing the statements in the until loop till that condition is false. As soon as that condition becomes true, it will exit from that loop. So in this example, this evaluates to false, hence it executes this. So it will keep on executing this till this condition is false. As soon as it becomes true, it will exit. So let's discuss more examples and more concepts on shell scripting in upcoming lectures. So one more example of the for loop. In this example, for variable in 0 to 9, we are echoing. So this statement is not required. Okay. So over here,